Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to Starsector, where we may be making a stop at Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, for a little bit in the stick system, but we have a lot of business elsewhere. We have a lot to do. I want to thank the comments section, as well as those of you all who have jumped into the Discord to give some additional information. I kind of want to talk about the status of the save. Specifically, we are looking at the Ludic Path base here, but there are 2 cells that are currently active in this star system here, in our home system here, and I need to find out where they are because that is disrupting our stability. And somebody, I guess, decided to just throw a house party while we've been away here. I guess the Alpha Core is just like, woo, let's have a Kegger. Not that I'm going to rip the Alpha Core out, but some of these places keep getting disrupted. So one of my goals is going to be to go home. Somebody called the parents, somebody called the fuzz, and we can't have a party no more over here. But I do have some other work available. We are going to be taking out a Ludic Path base here because we still want to make nice with Dassault. I'll get to my thoughts on the factions here in a minute because there's been some great chatter in the Discord, which you should join. That'll be the last time I plug it today. But it is in the description for where that is. But yeah, I have some thoughts on the factions here and who and why and what and how. I'm trying to get into our happy little Shadow Immortalis alliance here. We are number 1, but we need to knock a few people down the pegs here. By the way, Shadow Yards, yes, we know who they are. The United PAMED, you know it's great when I actually... you all wonder why I mispronounce things. It's because I just read certain letters and the stuff that isn't actually there. So PAMED, PAMED, definitely not PanMed as I've been calling it. So I'm glad that they let me bring them in despite the fact that I can't actually say their name. We do have some other stuff that's going on here, but right now we do want to get to the Persian League. We do have another contract for invading that has we still have almost a year to do this one. We have a conquest mission that we'll be able to do as well, but I think our number 1 goal after hitting Dassault down here is to actually just go home. I mean, we have the Genesis Project and Tabitha up here on the side of the sector. Let's go ahead and walk and talk at the same time. Something that I've had to deal with at work so far this week is a lot of people just walking up to me and being like, hey, I don't know you, but let me talk your ear off. It's like, I would love to talk, but I have other shit I have to do, and we just failed surveying a barren world. I hope that means Brighton's even angrier at us. Now, we don't know for sure where the Ludic Path base here is here. We just know that we're going to blow it up. So, usually they like to put these things around habitable worlds. Unstable arid world counts. Desertic world also counts. Timothy Leary, I guess, wouldn't have a lot to say about a planet named Leary. We have actually surveyed. No, we haven't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're just pinging and announcing our presence. We have our beacon off. I'm not particularly scared of this. This is more of a little bit of pocket change, but a lot of relationship building. Signation. Yeah, that's fine. Shadow Yards and Signation. So does that mean we wouldn't be able to take HMI? I'm going to abstain. Alliance vote. Peace with... Interesting. With Shadow Immortalis. So we made peace with Signation. Peace in our time. Hooray. We got a frigate and we got some people that are running from us. Maybe they'll run home. We'll send it to Zahn because... Oh, I didn't talk about factions. Let's talk about factions real quick. Because I got some great information on... Since we can't actually hand prisoners over to Dassault. Kingdom of Terra we are cooperative with right now. We were previously with the Reuter Union, who's currently suspicious of us, largely because of our interactions with the Kingdom of Terra. A few other places were actually mentioned as well as being potential candidates here, but I'm not looking to bring anybody else into alliance the short term. The Vic is kind of persona non grata right now because we were working with them a lot last time. I'm surprised I'm favorable with them, but since I'm going to be targeting the hegemony, I'm going to inevitably be targeting the Vic as well. Shadow Yards is an interesting mix because they have a history of being anti-very hegemony, which I'm down with, but they're also very anti-domain, which is interesting because one of our goals here is to take this beautiful garden of the Sassine system that the domain send a bunch of drones to fix and make it pleasant for everybody. But I guess if we're going to back somebody, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And then the PAMED United Paymed, not PMED, that would be terrible. There's a whole bunch of history here. You're welcome to pause and read it if you want to. I'll leave it here for a second, and then I'll move it down for a second. But pretty much they've faced a lot of strife, and it seems like they just kind of want to survive. So, hey, you know what? They get along with the Starlight Cabal. Everybody wants to be cool with the Cabal at some point. I mean, they're a Cabal. The Reuter Union, yeah, like I said, they're not in my short-term plans. Well, maybe I didn't say it. I've said it in previous episodes. I could have them join us. I got some very good feedback from the person also known as Tony Leapart, who I also moved around here. I'll tell you why in just a minute. The Reuter Union's not in my short or medium-term plans. I haven't forgotten some of the shit that they've said to me from before. They could redeem themselves later, but for now, I'm not looking to bring them in. And one of the other cool things is that the Reuter Union is kind of everywhere. So even if we take them out a bunch, they have a lot of hidden holdings. We've run into one around here somewhere. I think it was the save. It has to be the save. So I also did change a few names on the fleet here. I put Tony over here because his skills are very similar. Granted, this boat is going to need a refit of stuff, and I don't know if there we have a lot of weapons at home, and there's a lot of rockets on here, but he's reckless, and I want to see if a reckless pilot is going to do more to actually bring this in. So I switched Bobby B over to the Death Flower, which does have some standoff weapons, and technically in the code, from what I've been told, reckless and ooh, sorry for the burp there, but reckless and aggressive are technically the same thing, but I have a feeling there's something that reads that string a little bit differently. That better be the base. That's the base. All right, so we're gonna do what we usually do here. You guys should probably run. And we're going to go ahead and open the comm directory first. We don't have anybody to recruit. The dockside bar. You want a word. That's not even worth my time. All right. Any trade goods that we can get here. The prices, if the price is right, the price is not terrible. We overbought on crew a little bit. That marine price sucks. We need to actually drop off these heavy armaments back at our homeworld. So yeah, I don't think we have too much here. I'm doing really good with dragging stuff around for not having any dedicated cargo ships in the fleet too. So I guess we'll consider the military options. And we will engage the space station. It has a few guards all around it, but none of them are very exciting. When your flagship is a Ludic Path IED explosive fuel tanker, well, we don't want to get exploded by a fuel tanker, but we're going to at least see what we can do here. And we're going to bring the Onslaught in just to see what we can do. Since it is a space station, we'll bring in the big guns. I did change some ship names as well. The Grim Breamer, which apparently I guess it was a Grim Fish before, is now properly the Grim Beamer after like 20 episodes of having that typo in there. Embarrassing. Steph Curry, the GOAT. I'll tell you my close to famous story with the Curry brothers here in a little bit, if I haven't already said it here. Lobster Magnet, I'm sorry, I just had to name it after an old Flash video here. We also somewhere one of these got renamed. I guess it's not you guys. I thought I renamed one of those. It's around. I think this will be plenty, but I did pick a few other names that were listed from people. It's kind of one of those things where I've been in such a rush to record. Like we have 0.5 past light speed, which is a Star Wars reference. I'm sending way too many ships to this, but it's fine. I'm too busy talking. But yeah, the long story short is that getting recording time has been so like a precious commodity lately that sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta record now. And that means that sometimes I haven't been able to take care of some of the stuff that I've wanted to take care of for this series, like fixing names, going some other stuff. Like, there's an alpha core that I got a comment for. It's like, you dropped it off at Nick's and dropped a bunch of other stuff off at Nick's. Why aren't you using it? I still need to flip and see if that alpha core is one that I'm able to use. I've kind of been half hoping that I run into another alpha core so I can just say there's two and one of them doesn't work. I know a lot of you all are not a fan of the roleplay rule that half of the cores don't work. But I think it is important for at least where the series started versus where it's going, that we stay consistent with the spirit of the universe here, and apparently I'm staying consistent with getting my ass handed to me by flying directly into a space station, which is not as appalling as Ugg's gonna punch a friggin' space station. That's right. This is why, oh my god. I mean, of course he died, but that was amazing. I mean, that's the thing. Kingdom of Terra. I wanted to get their blueprints so I could have more shit like that to throw around. I'm going to get their blueprints. I'm just going to have to fight them, which means I will be pissing away a bunch of rep that I have with them, but whatever. It's fine. So, yeah, I have some long-term plans. There are a lot of things that I miss because of neglect, and I appreciate y'all's patience with understanding in the series that I don't play this perfectly. I don't pay attention to everything. There's probably some good taglines you could use for the channel, but I loved one of the comments I got in the Discord of like, I only stopped to sigh like 3 times during the last episode. So just understand that even if you don't agree with my reasons, there's a lot of things that I don't necessarily say out loud, that I do have reasons for what I'm doing. So by all means, ask. Yeah, this is easy money. Maybe even some blueprints. But yeah, we are going to attack Kingdom of Terra specifically for blueprints. I don't know if we'll be in a position where we have to eliminate them, but we can definitely double speed them. And I'm curious here, I want to see what... Oh, fight's over. And we still lost... Oh, of course we lost the pterodactyl. Okay, can we recover a space station? No. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to be a crew on the ship where Ugg's like, I punch a space station. So the Ludic Path doesn't like us. We get stuff that we can hold. Alright, so 160. A relationship improved by 10, so we're neutral. So the more stuff we do for the Ludic Path, the better things kind of go. Yeah, that's all kind of standard here. So I guess instead of... Because I do want to do this conquest mission for HMI. And see, they made peace, but we can still go for it. If I go by there, I can refuel at Shadow Yards. I mean, it's literally on the way. And then we just go home. The difference is if I go home now... Well, I don't have the fuel to make it there, first off. So, yeah, let's do this invasion first. Because I definitely want to do Grim Sharos. And I'm thinking at this point, we could pass it off to Shadow Yards, which I was originally thinking of. But if we start trying to make good with like peace negotiations to try to bring Dassault Mikayan into the Alliance, who they already like our other Alliance members, at least the Shadow Yards, you can justify that by saying we're sweetening the pot by handing over war winnings to them. And that way, it's not my faction that's getting attacked by the Persian League, it's somebody else. So, Curry Brothers. Like I said, we have, and I'll look at the fleet again here because I named some other things. Somebody had some very NBA, National Basketball Association things here. So we have Simmons dunks on him, Ben Simmons as a meme of a player at this point. We also had I could have put Russell Westbrook, but I just put Westbrook in here somewhere. It's one of these a lot of D mods. There we go. Oh, that wasn't actually the one that I thought I named. But anyway, Westbrook is actually, I do like the lampreys, so it's fine. But the Curry brothers, long story short, is that, and I've probably already said this on the channel at some point, is that once upon a time, back when I grew to be like 5.9, hell no. No. We are not ceasefiring with y'all at all. When I was younger and I grew up to be like 5'9" by the time I was 12, and I had aspirations of playing basketball, and I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina around the same time where the Charlotte Hornets had started, so NBA basketball was really huge for me in my household, which is very different than the rest of North Carolina, which is very much a college basketball state, and still is. especially now that I live somewhere else in the state that does not have the same NBA connections. But yeah, during that time, I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity for... Ooh, we will actually recover that if it doesn't take a story point. Thank you. We're gonna... I don't think I'm gonna mothball it either. We'll just keep it in the fleet for now because this is a fun haul. This is actually one of the ships that I started with in the Vic save, and it has... Oh God, I think Akra Trooper, who goes by somebody else on the Discord now. So, you know I love Laidlaw Mash Drivers. I have a problem. It's fine. So I was when I was younger, I had an opportunity back when I was playing basketball to go to the 2 years worth of Del Curry basketball camp. And my second year of it, war between Kingdom of Terra and Shadow Yards. That's fine. Hey, look at that rep. That's, we had hundreds of rep. We may still have good rep, but now we can justify fighting. But this is why we're continuing to take these missions, is that we do actually need the money. Until we can fix our stability at home, this is going to be a problem. That's the Twilight Gate for, this Prism Freeport. We actually haven't had much business there. But, I went to Del Curry basketball camp for 2 years, which... I'm sure in other NBA cities there's basketball camps from NBA players and stuff. It's fine. But Del Curry, if you're not familiar with sports, he was one of my favorite basketball players anyway. Multiple-time NBA Sixth Man of the Year. Award winners, being one of the best players on the bench. Maybe know his two sons, Stephen and, oh my God, just Seth Curry on there. And I can say that I went to that basketball camp the same time his kids were there, so you'd be like, "Oh, you played?" No, I didn't play. They were little kids when I was there. I was a snot-nosed teenager, and they were just little. But I do actually remember seeing them run around the court, and they could already shoot a damn ball. So it was and they were little too. So it's just neat to be like, I went to the same camp as like they were there, and that's like. It goes back to some other stuff that I've had recently come up with other people that I know or that my kids have run into, especially now that they're getting older, that like people talk about the famous people that they know or that they've run into and stuff. So it's like gained a permanent foothold on Third Bog because that's what Kingdom of Terra does. We have Shadow Yards engaging in battle with the space station as well. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of my story, and it's like I really like that camp 1 year. And there's a picture of me and Del Curry somewhere, and I'm smiling, and I'm having a good time, and I have good memories. And then the next year, I went up in the age bracket. Everyone else got taller, and I didn't, and I had a horrible time. And there's a picture of me, and I look like a pissed-off little kid. Not that little, but teenager. So it's just like, you hold on to the good memories from that. But I don't really play basketball much anymore, except for... one of my kids is wanting to play basketball, so trying to learn back with him has kind of ushered in these memories again. But I think we're here. Let's look at our contract real quick one more time. I don't think we're actually going to do the thing we did where we yank a bunch of stuff away here. If we can beat up the space station, and if we don't actually have to... we may be able to punch through their defenses without bombing them. That would be my goal. So, but we cannot actually invade until we beat the space station. So let's go ahead and do that. Launch a raid or invade. Unable to join this battle. Why am I unable to join this battle? Probably because my bacon's off. Let's turn that on. All right. Hey, they refuse, so we can aid the attacking forces. That's fine. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I never really evolved my game from being a center to being, like, it wasn't just that I got shorter, it's like, I'm still not. I didn't grow much since that time when I was a kid, so my game is very much a, not what it should be for my height. This is more than enough. Alright, let's get in there. We're just burning supplies like a moron. Because that's what we do in this save. We burn supplies like a moron. We're going to try not to actually shoot at our helpers here. Because I'd like my alliance to not crumple under friendly fire. So here we are. Where did I... Okay, I was about to say, I specifically remember deploying my ship. Middle Finger and Fimbulwinter flying off that way. We're just going to try to crash in the middle, take on any stragglers. Hey, look who's going to punch a space station again. Maybe. Okay, so the Shadow Yards are seriously trying to attack this thing, and that's just not going to work. You gotta commit if you're going to take this on. But I will do this because I kind of want them to have a full system, same as before. But I guess I do need to watch out for using Project Casimir, because if my splash damage actually does hit their fighters, I think I'm going to get a penalty for that. We'll see. Who knew that one day I'd actually care about the consequences of my firing here? So we got our big shit coming in. That's good. You guys are all hanging out way over here, so let's just do the engagement on this station, and everybody else will get sucked into the station here in just a second. Apparently the Star Eater is really excited. And okay. So let's go up here. Oh good, their shields are not... I managed to miss a space station, man. That is the skill that I bring to this fight. Is you have a stationary rotating target in space. I will miss it. Okay, let's not do this again. But look, we're meeting at the same place at the same time. I got some weird background noise. It sounds like somebody's using the loudest beam weapon available. Look at somebody unleashing hot fury there. There's Tony. Still not of triangle name, but the orbital station is blown up. The galaxy is at peace. Picking through the wreckage, we find not very much. So we're getting too good at destroying space stations here. So we're going to go ahead and invade. Alright. Let's go. I want to go back and see. If we go back here, we're still at 1 million. So if I don't bomb it out, we're in decent shape. I want to look in my cargo real quick, though. So I have some 1,000 Marines, and we have some other stuff here. Before we do that, I do actually want to look at the combat logs, because we have the Ludic path here. I'm very interested to see what the movement around is like. First off, Star Eater is doing good. So we didn't get as much engagement there. But this is a pretty short fight. This was also a pretty short fight. A little bit more from this onslaught that is probably due a name, so that's going to come in the comments section today. Alright, so military, let's invade. We're going to try to invade without actually bombing ahead of time. I haven't really done that before. So this is going to work out, right? I'd love to auto move here, but we have some abilities here. We have defenses all over the place. That's actually pretty good defenses around. Let's see if we can take out their ground defenses. Okay, so we're losing a little bit of morale. So I guess one of the things is that this is technically why this is why you would go through and actually what's the word I'm looking for? Because I'm not exactly sure about this whole system for actually invading. Like I'm not the biggest fan of this, it turns out. It's very kind of repetitive. But maybe if we take a fight like this, it'll go a little bit better. We are at how many movement points? We got a lot of movement points. So let's see here. If we go to the ground defenses, and we look at the surface here. So we've got a bunch of people there. That's a good start. Let's also see if we can engage the orbital works and the spaceport. We're at less movement points now, so this will be a start. All right, so this stuff here. And I guess we just gotta pass it on. I don't know why you're looking for my fleet. Really? I'm literally trying to take a planet here. Fine. Scan. Yeah, you know what? Y'all need to calm the F down. Didn't I just save y'all's life? Or maybe it was that guy. I don't know why you're still engaged in a battle. Did we leave anything in this abandoned station, by the way? I don't think so. No. Okay, so no ship weapons, no other. We could actually dump a bunch of stuff off here. Alright, so military options. We're not going to bombard. Alright. So conquest mission's still good. Let's look at the map here. So we still got a shit ton of people here. We got way more movement points. So let's go ahead and deploy you all. And where did I say? I think deploying to the orbital work seems very convenient. So let's go ahead and do that. And then since we kind of went overkill last time, I think I'm also going to deploy another group. Okay, we're going to do another group here in the orbital works, and next we're going to do the spaceport. So I love the designations here that we have. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar. Yep, that's the Papa Company. No, that's the correct designations, though. All right. So HMI can hopefully HM getting out of here. You know, while we're here, we can always just refuel, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to try and buy it legit because they're, it's not really worth pissing them off very much. But we do have to watch our supply count. We can't sell this stuff here. We're actually pretty low on heavy armament, so that's a little bit of a problem. You guys can have fun with that. You guys, you know what? I know there's like fancy weapons and shit that I'm selling, but like, see, there's a Nixie tri-cannon. When impacting the plasma inside the projectile scatters, dealing much damage here. It's the kind of stuff that Ebola's been telling me to put on the ships, by the way, so I haven't forgotten. So there's turn 4. So we have more points here. How are we looking at on the map here? Looks like we're doing pretty solid. I think it's time we just auto move, right? There we go. So hopefully that moves us around. Moving the spaceport. All right. Auto move it, turn in. Let's just turn that on and see if we can finish this out, because we've got a lot of supplies that we're eating, and we should be able to take this out. So if we don't have to keep clicking the auto move, but they sure are trying. So we need more fuel. So while that's going on, we can coordinate this from somewhere else in the system. Yeah, let's go to Jericho Trading Post and Duzumi Base. That's fine. It's not like we're hanging out too far away. Analyze. Attacker victory? Okay. Yeah. Saturation bombardment of Karuja? Oh, hell. Hang on. That would be... It's like, the alarm shouldn't be happening because I won. But there we go. Let's look here. So, apparently... Okay. This is where we pass it off. So, Our allies can help with the saturation bombardment. Talk to local officials or use the button on this intel display to perform the transfer. Well, since we already won, let's go back down here for a second. We're in the middle of the month, so this shouldn't get to be too bad. I just want to pick up my goodies. Alright, so... first off, I gotta actually go to the right planet. That's a solid start. Alright, so manage the colony. We have all this shit in storage, and we have all of this in supplies. So, like, we actually don't want to buy that. We want to leave that stuff there. We need all this stuff back. We need our Marines back. Apparently, we need our ore and drugs back. No, we don't. We can do this here. We can just add it to the resource stockpiles. Congratulations, y'all have ore. Alright, cool. So, apparently, we won't get 1,000,000 credits, because we never do. But that's because the stability falls. That's still a pretty good thing. And Shadow Yards is happy with us. So... I guess question is, are they still going to be going for the saturation bombardment? Is that not our problem anymore? Okay, so it is kind of our problem. Yeah, they're going to have fun trying to do that. So here we go. Oof, that's another solid burp. All right. So we need fuel. And you know what I need to do? I need to go by Nyx, because I can get a bunch of fuel there if this doesn't work out. Ludic Path Base. I know it's the Persian League. But this is the base that is affecting us. So... we do need to go here. Nice. Let somebody else do the intel work for me. And, what is going on here? I thought we had... okay, Jericho Trading Post is right there. I don't know what y'all were thinking. It's fine. Trading goods. Here's some more fuel. It's actually a really good fuel price. And we need some more supplies, so this is fine. That's a really good sell price. Technically, we can sell this for way more at Farrer Nest. But I'm not interested in going west. I have more shit to do. So we're just going to sell this here and give them a surplus. It's fine. Our marine total's good. Everything's good here. The military has even more fuel for us and even more supplies for us. That's great because we're not stopping yet. I don't really care about these domestic goods. Once again, I could flip these for more money. They have a local drug deficit that I can sell these. All right, well, you know what? We're going to do it legit. We'll sell the drugs to the military. It's just like, okay, I'm not going to get into it because personally I never served, but I'm familiar with some other people that served that definitely had some experimental shit thrown their way. And this is recreational, not experimental. So we're going to go by Nyx and then we're going to go over here. And we should have more than enough fuel. Obviously, one thing I forgot to do, yeah, this will get us to Green easily, is we go to the comm directory. Officer for hire. What can you do? You are cautious. So you are not allowed, even though you have a cool portrait. Duma Bays. Is that what the... I thought that was the Z. Dumazi Base. We're already here. So... let's just take care of this one more time. We'll check out that ping on the way out. And then there's one of their big fleets, so that's fine. So see, we're friends. It's totally fine. I didn't even check ships to buy, because right now I'm not really in the market to purchase ships. I am in the market to blast some people to Kingdom Come. Alright, so we're going to go this way because I did see something. Analyze domain era survey ship. That's in the right direction if I'm able to get to that bounty in time. So let's try that. Because domain survey ship that far out. I think I found the mothership that was on that side already. Boop, boop, boop. This is going to be like some random frigate, isn't it? Shot glass junker shuttle. Not worth it. Alright, we're going to turn our beacon off after we see what this is. That is a junker freighter. Alright, before you guys can get mad at me for turning off my beacon again. Now this is where I could totally like jump some traders in the core worlds. Hey look, official aid, Brighton and Shadow Yards. Y'all are not supposed to be getting along. That's another rule. Brighton is someone I'm going to have to eliminate. Eventually, so there's Lilith. There's our money situation continuing to dawdle. We actually missed Nyx, so let's go there real quick. Because I agree, it's probably better for me to go ahead and consolidate everything here. But I'm still glad I have the outpost here. Even though technically now that I'm buddies with Shadow Yards, I could decommission this. But I'm not going to. It's our foothold in the core worlds. Alright, so let's see here. Com directory. What do you know? Nobody here. We could see, like I said, we could dismantle the outpost and stop our overhead here. But it is really nice to have this stuff. But see, there's a shit ton of guns here. There's an alpha core here. I need to do the flippy flip flip. I guess I could do that on camera right now, but we'll just do it later. If I end up at my home planet, I think I will, we'll do it off camera. And if I make it, I make it. If I don't make it, I don't make it. But I want to focus on what I'm doing right now because I don't have random.org set up right now, which I know for some of y'all is like, well, that's what. Ooh, okay, we have some ships here too, don't we? Fleets take. Oh my God, we have so many ships to drag with us. This is a ground support ship. We definitely want that. We definitely want you. And we want you. And it's another one of these. There's some bigger relic ships. I want the bear, but the bear is slow. But it's a hilarious ship. And then we have these cruisers over here. I'm not going to take everything back right now. I'm not going to take the bear because it's going to slow me down. But I am going to drag a bunch of this stuff over here. You know what? Screw it. We will take the bear. Alright, so we got to mothball all this shit. Ready? Mothball all the things. Do you actually have another Project Casimir on you? You do! So it's a second one of these. I'm really a big fan of the Wingless Pigeon. It takes hits and has a good time doing it. So we do actually want this transport carrier here because that's going to help with our ground support. Feel kind of dumb for not having that available before. Let's see. So we mothball you, although I'm glad we went full contact, and why have one when you can have two for twice the price. These ships are also really good. Are we still short on crew? You probably don't need to be mothballed. Okay, we're dangerously close on crew. And okay, so that means we're not. That means we are. I'm going to keep that one unmothballed, and we don't have a good auto-fit for it, so that's exciting. We can't actually pick up any crew here, but we can fill up our fuel tanks. Don't want to grab all of them. You don't alt-click. If you alt-click, it just goes through the thing because I have the mod set up. But if we control-click, we get all that. I think 2,000 supplies is going to be sufficient. We're going to get charged this at the end of the month, so it's going to be a little expensive. I'm trying to be better managing my finances, which means not spending them all in one place. I know we have some colonies here. This one is very slowly growing towards size 6. Getting the Ludic Path situation under control will help. And there's some story points I could probably drop into some of this stuff too to help it out. But once we're not doing hazard pay here, that'll be great. But we've got to make through. Kind of the same with this place here, which is just literally we are propping it up with hazard pay. But if we don't, it's going to shrink. And right now it's growing okay. I can actually add another industry here. That is something I need to do. But This is our hot planet, isn't it? We have the Patrol HQ. Let's go ahead and upgrade this to military base. It's expensive, but it's going to help a lot. And we already have everything else set up for it, so that is fine. This is why we've been trying to make the money that we make, and we're going to go after this Ludic Path base, which is actually a bounty that the Persian League, who hates us, is going to pay for us to do this. So, cool. We still have that, right? Ludic paste. Like, I can't talk here. So it's been kind of a weird episode. There's a lot of cleanup we've had to do, but this is all cleanup towards getting money, getting stuff together to get things figured out here. So it is in the Gamma Newton star system. Well, there's only one planet in the Gamma Newton star system, so let's go give them a big ol' space hug. And by the way, one thing I forget about. Did I actually bring the bear or did I not get the bear? I got the bear. If we look here, because one of the officer skills that I have, its max burn is +2. Technically, what I should be doing is one of the #1 requests I get over series, which is over multiple series, which is why don't I run an ox tug or something? And the answer is I probably should, but unfortunately, that's the same answer I've been giving for over like a year. Peace between Shadow Yards and HMI. Yes. That is fine. We got our cash money payment. We kicked HMI out of there. I think mission success. Ceasefire from Diable. That's fine. And the saturation bombardment for the planet we don't even have anymore is now done. So good for us. See, we can be reasonable sometimes. That is a mud skipper transport, so I could have clicked on it to see if there's an officer in there. We're going to need to get out of the space intestines in just a little bit. The invisible hand repairing damaged weapon mounts. Yeah, we need to get out like right now. Still though, very convenient when the slipstreams work in your favor. Faction bounty for the hegemony. No thanks. So Gamma Newton, there's one planet. Let's go see if we can take out some Pathers and then go home and see if we can quell some rebellions. Look, it's a Pather base. No, it's a sensor array. It's there or there. Or there. So, hey guys, what's shaking? Apparently there's a bunch of stuff going on here. I half wonder if there's Reuters over here somewhere, but okay, Salamos. Let's see here. So, open the comm directory. No officers available. Man, nobody wants to work for me. Well, we can buy all that shit from the black market. We can buy a few Marines, because we need some more crew as well. Yeah, especially since I unmothballed the other things, so that's fine. We don't have too much more to sell. So yeah, let's just blow some shit up. Yeah. This should be easy. We've been using way too big of forces here. So let's bring in some of the smaller some of our smaller friends. I don't know if that one's fully equipped. I may need to do that off camera. We haven't brought in the Donic yet. We haven't brought in Steph Curry the GOAT or Null Point Exception. This is plenty. I'm still overcommitting on the fights here, but it's okay. We brought a lot more frigates this time than we normally do. So these guys should be able to go over there, and we should be able to clean up right here. Ooh, if I could actually click. Okay. Fly, everybody, fly. Or get rammed. Also, you know what? I just hit C like it matters. I thought I had a skill point. Maybe I applied the skill point. I haven't been using the red skills very much because it would only affect my ship. But we're starting to run into a situation where I have a few levels left. Maybe I do get derelict contingent or something, but Like, a lot of my ships are finally getting repaired because I've had some pretty decent engagements lately. That was a dumb shot. Alright, so you guys can all just crack back in here, and you guys can all just crack back in here. And we're going to hit the engage button, and this is going to be cake. And I'm going to miss somebody again. That one's a little more excusable. Oh, I thought I'd lead him. Okay, well... Thanks for the assist, middle finger. Vlir Jamoose still doing good. One of the, not unsung heroes, but when she shows up, it's almost always a good thing. She's not irresponsible like certain other faction leaders. Alright. Boop! Again. And yeah, this is the freest money we're gonna get this whole run. Except I just fired. Oh! Just hit my own people. Just gonna. Okay, I'm just hitting everybody but the space station. So once again, they can't fire me. I'm their boss. But it's one of those situations. Alright, we win. Alright, disabled ships from our fleet. Just the Vesper. Cool. And the Ludic Path still hates us. Cool. Supplies, that's cool. We got money. We've disrupted their cells on our planet, so... Because I was originally going to go home to try to figure out what's going on here. So our stability should be back up, right? So disrupted. No impact on places here. It'll be another year. So stability 5. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Let's get back to green here. Like, it used to be that you could balance out all these numbers, but with the most recent Starsector mainline patch... Oh, we lost comm sniffer. Oh, no. Yeah, with the most recent Starsector main patch, now you can't really balance your buildings across different places. You're just going to get Ludic Path cells. That is something I hope they revisit, because no. I have big plans for you, Persian League. I just got a call from the neighbors saying that people were, like, going through the old bottle collection that we have and, like, throwing toilet paper all over the kitchen, or whatever kids do at house parties now. They're, like, making videos of themselves doing some dumb TikTok trend or something. I don't know. I'm old. For all I know, people sit around at house parties and, like, just sit and talk now. Which is honestly a lot of what it was like. But maybe that's because I wasn't invited to the cool parties. I was just invited to the regular parties. The kind where I would get yelled at for being better at Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64 because I would spam Pikachu's lightning bolt attack, and I didn't play Pokemon and no one else did because we were all too old and cool for it. So it was even better that I was beating up somebody with Pikachu and just yell Pika all the time. He was so mad. Okay. Salvage Expedition, one of our people. Persian League raid. Well, okay. I guess technically we did not sign the ceasefire. So we're gonna have some mixed up stuff here. Should be outmatched by fleets. In the absence of other factors, this raid is unlikely to find success. Meanwhile, we're raiding against them, and it's likely compromised of ships. That's usually a good thing with when you're raiding forces comprised of spaceships. And we have some pretty good bounties and stuff that are popping up as well. But I'll have to do that next time. So what's going to be really convenient about this is that this is going to give me a chance to do what I haven't done in a while, which is to set up some ships, do some building, properly outfit some stuff. But the first thing I need to do is go home and stop the party. Someone is playing Party Rock Anthem too much, and everybody knows that those guys, as cool as they are, only last like 3 seconds. And then they stop partying. So, comm directory. We have an officer available for hire. What can you do? Oh, everybody's cautious now. Comm directory. Portmaster. I do not want to grant autonomy to my home system here. Quartermaster. What do you want? What do you want? What are you buying? Station commander. Okay. You know, if this doesn't work, we do have an agent here. Interesting. Alright, we're going to do this the other way. We're going to manage the colony. We're going to go to resource stockpiles here. See, we already have some heavy weaponry here. We can add some Marines to that, like 350. And we can add just a... Ooh, that didn't mean to do that, but we'll do that anyway. It's fine. Like 200 heavy weapons here. Because we're just going to need to take them from the other faction a little bit anyway. And this, allowing our colony to actually use the resource stockpiles, should help with any of this unrest that may still be here. So Ludic Path cells are disrupted. There was a recent rebellion for some reason. I was told that maybe I should install Alpha Core or something onto this. I do have 2 more Alpha Cores. Reducing the upkeep, reducing demand, increases station combat effectiveness. I know we want to be using these Alpha Cores for some very important things here. But instead of using the one that's in my cargo holds, we'll use one of the ones that's here for that, because I think that's just fun to have. Just, we have an AI controlling here, we have an AI controlling here. This AI is like, you know, nothing's wrong, everything is fine. But yeah, we're gonna need to fix some crap here. That's for sure. By the way, we do have a little bit of money. Is this the point where we build the Vic Revitalization Center? It doesn't cost very much. Let's do it. I have an IOU for like 60 episodes for so many people that want their stuff to look a certain way, so that's fine. Managing the colony, we got a bunch of stuff here. We can finally put shit in storage. I will flip for this next time, I promise. Alright. So we got a bunch of dyeable weapons that are awesome as well. So overall, good stuff. Gonna be kind of an earlier end to the episode. It's a little weird because I was originally going to record War Tales first, but I had a lot of thoughts about what I wanted to do. Oh, we have that many Marines in storage? Okay, I will take them with me because we need Marines. We need able-bodied people to take on the Persian League. We're actually going to need to pick up some heavy armaments along the way, but I think I know where I can get some of those. So let's go over here real quick. Revitalization Center is on the build. I would like to get some more money to actually put a planetary shield around there. Managing the colony, their defenses are pretty good. So this is all us. This is their resource stockpiles. See, this is... We have a bunch of Marines just constantly building here. And, I think I'm just going to take... Because we're going after the big planet. We're going to take a bunch. And we're going to take some more spare crew. It's fine. We also have a Zone Scorcher blueprint that for some reason I hadn't learned. So let's fix that. We have Sunder class stuff here. I guess these are things that I picked up from raids at some point and got passed on over here. Oh yeah, wait a minute. We have this thing and this thing. Welcome to the fleet, y'all. And I need to put some of these other things in here. So we have another Halbmond. I know not everybody is as big on the strength of the Rosenritter faction, but this is like a rebuild of the first ship we found. And they still got some good shit. I think this is a great ship, especially now that we can babysit it a little bit better instead of it being our one battleship. This is, you never really want to bring a carrier in and just it be the only thing. So I have a bunch of ship designing I got to do off camera. But yeah, I am very excited about smacking the Persian League around. I'm very excited about needing to run my ass across the friggin' sector to do this. But I think we can do it. We have bigger ships. This is going to be a scary, scary fight. This is probably going to be a little bit easier to deal with. Are those actually nearby? Not really. Okay, they're sort of nearby. But we can do it. We can do it. We got a little bit of time. The Persian League's also going to be a thing. It's just a raid that's going to get blown up in orbit. It's fine. So this is also the planet that actually we have our contact with the arms dealer, right? Any work for me? Construction project. The Beta Island star system. That's a pretty good amount of money for not a lot of stuff. I do need to see where Beta Island though, so let's check that real quick. Planets, stars, sort by name. I just want to make sure it's in the correct direction. And I have to squint and look for it really well because, this is not really in the correct direction, but I'm going to accept it anyway because we have time to build this, right? So yeah, this is, we do want to make nice with the arms dealer here, and we have 240 days to do it, so that's good. That's totally fine. We do have the bounty board that has some big ass potential bounties. That's hilarious. That's a bunch of legions. And then a warlord class. The warlord's probably terrifying. But then we have this one, which is pretty much a no, and I'm going to be a wuss and probably never do it. And we have Smokey McSmokeface here, who this one doesn't pay nearly enough for what we're doing here. But I'm thinking about Aprod Zoltan. That's interesting. So it's good to go home again. We have an even larger fleet now. There may be some ships that I need to like adjust and work with, but I haven't messed with the cap for a while, and we've gained a lot of levels. Like, I could potentially get Flux Regulation next. I maybe should have gone for that instead of Neural Link, now that I think about it, but whatever. What is done is done. Yeah, we're still going for things like trying to pilot the home destroyer for the most part, so let's go ahead and repair our ships. Let's go ahead and drop a bunch of these off into storage. And I'm going to have a little bit of a think about what I want to bring in. Like, I do want to bring in this ship. I'm not entirely sold with the performance of the 5-point pass light speed. Even though the Brighton ships are good, the Brighton Apogees kind of left some stuff to be desired. But yeah, like this is a second Mondlicht. I think is how you pronounce it. I mean, that could be good. It has some S mods on it. The Cabal ships are almost always good. I have no idea how the AI would do with this ship, but it could be fun to see. And then obviously Bear. If we're going to do a big attack on somebody, I think it's justifiable if we like go to Tabitha or any of the places like the Genesis Project. If we get off a course from them, those are going to be considered pristine because they're domain era. So that's the rule there. I meant to say that before. So that's not going to be things that we coin flip. But what we do coin flip is stuff that we find out in the wild that doesn't necessarily work. Like if we pull it out and steal it from a space station, then yeah, it's already working. But yeah, we've got some big ships here. We still have the mammoths that I could try to drag in as well. That could be fun. Maybe we finally upgrade the Punchy Boy Destroyer and bring in some actual drill power. That could be good. And then obviously we still have the Rex. Oh, so many choices. And then we have this ship that I actually grabbed instead of the other locomotive ship that I should have grabbed but didn't. So lots of thoughts. Feel free to share you all's either here in the comment section or the Discord. Comments and likes obviously help on the YouTube channel, but definitely talk to me where you're most comfortable. I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. We will do this again soon. Oh, man, Starsector. It's still fun. It's so fun. Hope you're enjoying it too. See you next time.